Hey, what's going on, everyone? We're going to be talking about getting stronger today. Most people I know want to get stronger or they need to get stronger, okay? So strong people usually are generally able to do better or be better at working out, better in life, just because it's easier for you to manipulate external objects as well as your own body, and that's helpful as you get older. So if you look at people as they get older, if they had muscle mass, strength, not in the way of crushing their joints to get stronger, but if they worked out for their life, they do better later in life. And our goal here at CrossFit Soar is to make sure you're safe and have longevity in your life and not need to depend on people. So usually what we see is people like, man, I need to get stronger. So what they start doing is they start squatting really, really stinking heavy, or they start deadlifting, or strict press, bench press, and all they do is maximal strength work, absolute strength. Every time I snatch, I max out for the day, heavy double, heavy triple. Every time I deadlift, I'm going as heavy as I can. And this can be a big mistake because our bodies can't recover to it. Maybe we don't have the joint integrity we need. So we have to respect the process. So when I look at people, we need to build strength. The first thing I look at is more of strength stamina base. So I'm just gonna write stamina. All right, maybe the science isn't 100% right, but I'm kind of doing this off the top of my head. So we're looking at stamina. So what I mean by stamina is for lower body, let's say perfect walking lunges. By perfect, what I mean is that knee wobbling. Where's the weight of my foot? I personally like to have people just go a quarter inch off the ground so we don't unload at the bottom, so we can make sure that we have some core pelvic stability going on as well. Perfect lunges. Master that. Now, most of the time in the world of CrossFit, this might pop up in a warm-up, because when it pops up in a workout, people go crazy, slamming the knee into the ground, they don't worry about quality. So we're building in bad technique right away. Make them perfect. Now, once you get that down, I'm talking about doing like 4 sets of 20, resting 60 seconds in between. Every rep is beautiful. We're not resting a lot at the top. We're going right into that next step. After that, we can start working on some basic strength. Not absolute, just basic strength. So now we can do some Bulgarian split squats. Sorry if I sound funny, getting over a cold. Bulgarian split squats. Maybe we do like 3 sets of like 6 to 8, maybe about the 10 reps. A fun little test is to see if you can do 20 reps in a row on both legs. So 20 on your right, 20 on your left, rest about a minute or so in between, maybe up to 2 minutes, without any weight. Can you do that without your knee wobbling everywhere? We probably should work on that before we start loading up a heavy back squat. So we want to get pretty good at single leg or single arm before we start going into both feet. Awesome, we're getting good at that. Now we can start going into some absolute strength. All right, and usually that's something like a back squat. Okay? Now we're in absolute strength, we're doing heavy sets of 1 to 3, but we want to respect this process, right? If we can't do a walking lunge, maybe we can't do 20 in a row without our knee going crazy. What do you think doing a 1 rep max back squat with bad form is going to do? Are you learning the necessary sequencing of muscles, how to get tight, how to stabilize in order to do that? This is like saying, hey, I want to run a marathon, so what I'm going to do is I'm not really going to train, I'm just going to go for that marathon. Or I'm going to do really, really crappy running and then just hope my body doesn't fall apart. We want to earn this process. We want to respect it, okay? Now, I'm not saying that you can't back squat before you can do a walking lunge. Just understand that going straight absolute strength, you're skipping the process, right? Let's build up some GPP in that area. Let's get that stamina going so we're able to train more later in life. Now, the next step, and this is where people kind of get funky in the world of CrossFit at times, is now we can look at strength under fatigue. You can call it battery testing as well. That's a term I've heard before. Again, if you have a different type of definition for it, I'm sorry, it's not 100% exact. But what I'm talking about is, all right, we're going to do 21, 15, 9, front squats at like 80% of my max, and burpees. But my knees wobble here. I can't do 20 reps per leg with no weight here. And I never even bother to do this stuff. And when it pops up in the warm-up, I barely just go through it because it's annoying that I have to do it. So that's where we kind of get a little backwards in the world of strength if you need to get stronger, as well as respecting the process, right? We can't expect to do battery tests well. That is a high skill development, high stamina area if we haven't earned that process, gone through this with our members or with ourselves. So try this out, take a look at it, even think about pull-ups, push-ups, bench press, strict press, all those areas. Hey, have I earned it at lower levels? And by lower, I mean simpler. Before I get complicated, I go high stress, and then I go high stress, high fatigue with a moderate weight as well. So hope this helps. Hope this helps you kind of look at where you're weak or where you have problems in the world of CrossFit or in your own training. Comment below. I'd love to hear how you guys do.